Welcome back to Morocco. We're going to continue our game. We'll kind of bring everyone up to speed on where we're at. We'll start at the capital and kind of work our way around. So Marrakesh is almost done with a granary. And then after that, it's going to build a caravan. We're working on improving the areas around here with our worker. There's a battle that's getting ready to start up here with this barbarian encampment and this archer. So that'll play out. We built a second city, Rabat, near El Dorado. And Rabat is working on building their own granary. We're also going to queue up a worker since I know we're going to want one over there. Rabat has some military units that are moving into place. There we go. There's an archer in the city, and there's a warrior just kind of hanging out up here, reminding the Greeks that we have a military force. So we're going to choose the option to alert. So if any enemies come nearby, he'll wake up. These warriors are going to fortify until they heal. Oh, forgot this guy. So this guy, we uncovered a bunch of new neighbors. Pocatello of the Shoshone is over here. There's also a city-state that we found, Bratislava. So he's kind of done exploring over here. There's nowhere else he can really go until we get the ability to embark and get some ships. So we're going to send him back over here. And explore, I guess, this area over here. It'll take him a while to get over there. Oh, and there's a barbarian encampment there, which is a city-state quest, so we definitely want to take that out when we can. In fact, once these guys are healed, we may send them north to do that. So let's just kill these barbarians, so that they can't threaten Marrakesh or Rabat. They need to die. We're also we're working on a technology. We are working on the wheel, which we will have in one turn.
Wisdom and virtue are like the two wheels of a cart.
Gives us a good military unit. Gives us the water mill, which is excellent because it gives you food and production. It also lets you build a road between your cities. So the wheel is very nice. It also gives us lets us start working on mathematics. Mathematics is going to be awesome for us because it'll let us build the hanging gardens, and I do want to try and build the hanging gardens, I think. I think the extra food and culture will be great for us. This archer gets to upgrade. We're going to go with the barrage, and we're going to shoot these guys. So this guy's completely healed. We're going to send him up towards this barbarian encampment over here. It'll do kind of two things. It'll explore this coast area for us. And it'll also put him in place to start killing that encampment. It's a city-state quest. It'll allow us to become friends with the people who gave the order to go kill those barbarians before the Greeks can become friends with them. You can have city-states that are friends with more than one person, but the extra friendship points, I don't know what the game calls them, but that's kind of the way that I think of them, that you get from doing those quests is really good. So we want to do that. And also, Greece's special ability involves city-states. Once they become friends, they latch onto them, and they don't degrade as fast for them. So we don't want that to happen. So I'm going to send this guy. I talked about not being worried about some barbarians, but now that we have Pocatello and the Shoshone to trade with, I think it's going to be worthwhile to take the little risk and send this guy over here. I'd also talked about wanting to build... Oh, he wants an embassy. Sounds good to me, Alexander. So we're going to make an embassy with him. What was I saying? Okay, so the risk of moving a little bit further away is going to be worth it because when we do... Whoa, there's a lot of barbarians. Alright, so the ships aren't of any danger to us right now. The archer we're going to attack. This guy's going to keep going up here. Okay. And then there's an archer coming over to support in a couple turns. We're going to get started on that plantation. We're building a caravan now. So once we establish that caravan, we'll be able to trade with either Greece or the city-states. Let's finish off that archer. Or at least weaken him down to the point where he really can't do much to us. Okay, so I kind of want to see if there's a place to attack these barbarians from. I'm going to move up here. Nope. There's not a good place to do that from. There are some archers, though. We definitely want to get our warrior as close as we can to those archers and start just cutting their heads off. We want to eliminate their advantage they have, which is the ability to do that. We do not want them to keep doing that. Okay, so a couple things just happened. We get to adopt a policy. Rabat has grown in population. Alexander entered the classical era. We did that too when we discovered one of our technologies, I'm pretty sure. No, I don't think we have entered the classical era yet, actually. So Alexander is a little ahead of us on science. So we get to pick a new social policy. We can choose this so that garrison units cost no maintenance. We can have the capital grow, or we can get better at building wonders. There is a wonder. We're starting to get into some technologies that are going to start yielding wonders of the world that are going to be things that we want. So I'm going to take aristocracy. Landed elite would do something for us now, but I want to make sure that we get those wonders when we decide to start building them. So for now, it's the aristocracy. I don't know if that was the right decision or not, but that's what we did. So I'm going to wipe out these archers. Kill them. The next turn we'll kill the guy in there. They may spawn another unit. I hope not. So you can see when we come down from these hills, we are just going to completely kill these archers. Oh no, they did a little better than I thought they would do. And Greece are now allies. So they did something for that made them become their allies. And I think is a food city-state, if I remember right. Okay, we're gonna shoot somebody. Let's just wipe out those archers. These guys, oh no, I guess we're doing here. So we got culture from killing that guy. We're gonna get culture from killing this guy. We're not ready to start fighting these barbarians yet. We were a little weakened by their archers, so we're gonna fortify. Archers will just keep raining death down on them, and hopefully the combination of these two, of the archers and the warrior, will wipe out this camp in pretty short order. Let's march in here and get the 25 gold. Yep. We're getting closer to being able to buy another settler, which will be nice. We'll build that city over on the coast, which will also open up some of the options for technologies like sailing and optics and things like that. So, this is the caravan that we have that's going to get to go and trade with other civilizations. So we get to see here on this trade overview, if we go to trade routes available, it'll show us how much we make from each one. So it's saying if Rabat goes to Athens, that's the most profitable trade route. So that is what we were going to do. Like I said before, we don't have to... The city that we build the caravan in isn't the city that it has to operate out of. So we're going to change its home city to Rabat. Yes, I'm sure. And then next turn, that caravan will be able to operate from Rabat and go to Athens and start establishing trade back and forth. We're not friends with Ragusa anymore, which is too bad, but what can we do? So these archers are going to drop back down here to Marrakesh so they can keep an eye on here and kind of defend Marrakesh and its workers. Okay, we're going to establish a trade route with Athens. There we go. Yes, I'm sure. So, let's see. These archers are going to alert. Wait, which archers? Sorry, wrong archers. I was wondering why it was telling me those archers in the city didn't have orders, because I knew I'd given them orders. Alright, shoot that guy. And then the Moroccan warrior. Now, the battle is looking a little more in our favor. And we're working on a library in Marrakesh. We have some new buildings that we discovered, which we're going to add into our queue of things we want to build. The watermill is excellent. Gives you food, gives you production. We definitely want one. And hopefully by the time the library and the watermill... No, mathematics is great. Okay. So we're going to have to make a decision about whether we want to start working on the Hanging Gardens or the watermill. I'm not sure which way is... We're going to want both, definitely. But what order? We'll have to think about that. So we got these ensigns, so we should probably try and trade with the Shoshone. And see if they want some incense. They had money. So, we have incense. They only have one thing of cotton. They're not very likely to give away their one thing of cotton. But they'll give us 4 gold a turn, plus some iron, which I don't want the iron. I'd rather have... Oh, that's all they have. So, we'll make this deal work. There we go. We'll take it. I was hoping to get more gold, but they just don't have it to trade away. Okay, so this worker, we're going to go up here. And I think we're going to actually build a farm here because our granary gives us extra stuff for wheat fields. So, we want to do that. Let's clear out these barbarians. Walk in there and get... Okay, so Bratislava wanted us to clear that encampment, which we did. This is not a bad place. It's probably a little too close to Greece. I think Greece will probably end up settling here eventually. But you've got gold, you've got sugar. Nice little place. So this this warrior can drop back down here to Rabat, where we originally wanted him. This guy, I'm going to put him over in this area. Again, just to kind of hang out around Rabat. But also, because the trade route between Corinth and Athens could potentially be disrupted by somebody. So having an archer there for any barbarians that pop up or anything like that. Not that I see... Most barbarians are going to spawn over in this area. Okay, build a farm. So, we're getting closer... Oh, we have the gold to do it. I was going to say we're getting closer to building our settler, but we actually have the gold to purchase that settler. Okay, so we got mathematics, which lets us build the Hanging Garden, which we were going to want to do.
He who knows others is wise. He who knows himself is enlightened.
We're in the classical era. I want to go back. I want to purchase a settler. I want to purchase a settler. It's not letting me do it. Okay, so now we're going to go in and purchase a settler. There we go. So, I want the Hanging Gardens. So we're going to work on that. After we finish the library, we're going to start work on the Hanging Gardens. This guy, I think we're going to found our third city over here, and that'll probably be where we end it. Okay, so he is going to go right here, I think. And that's where our city will be. This archer is going to fortify in here. So let's look back over at Rabat. Rabat's almost done with the granary, which is good. Ah, how did this get here? Okay. I don't know how this sprang up, but there is a barbarian encampment right near Rabat, which we simply cannot... It cannot be. So, our archer will go over here. This warrior that we had told to do some stuff, instead, is going to go down here. And we're going to keep fighting barbarians, because they're spawning in the desert. As our borders expand into the desert, that will stop that. Instead of having this guy in Marrakesh, I'm just going to have him walk with that settler, if the settler doesn't run away too fast. Just kind of keep an eye on him, make sure nothing happens. He's a pretty big investment on our part right now. Okay, so this archer will shoot these guys. Now, these warriors have been through some battles and haven't really had a chance to rest, so I don't know... Yeah, they're not... No. So we'll see what happens with them. I don't think they're really ready to fight yet. So, again, just head over with these settlers. These guys, we'll just have them... I'm going to go into the border and heal. It heals a little bit faster inside the borders. Somebody founded a world religion. They founded Eastern Orthodoxy. Okay, so here's where we wanted to build our city. We're going to do that. We built the city of Fes. I thought those were those hats. So maybe the hats are named after the city? I don't know. But regardless, it's our third city. We've got diamond mines, we've got the coast. It's pretty close to Marrakesh. So I think this archer is good right here. It gives him the ability to... Here, actually, we'll pop him up here on this hill. Alright, so let's save the game here. I think this gives us... You can see our civilization is definitely expanding. We need to probably start filling in some cities in here. How we go about doing that, we'll either probably buy them if we don't have use for the money other than that, or maybe Rabat will build a settler and sort of backfill this along this river right here. That would be probably get at least 2 cities in here. We are unhappy right now. That's not good. Unhappiness needs to be dealt with. So that's probably going to be our next step, is to recover from our expansion. And sort of get our legs back underneath us and get rid of that unhappiness. So that'll probably be our next goal. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you back in Morocco soon.